How to become a millionaire in the airline industry. Going to hit that topic today, as well as some other interesting news. But I must remind you, this is an education presentation. You must do your own due diligence on anything you hear in this presentation. More disclaimer information can be found on ankerstarwealth.com, and the opinions expressed are mine and mine alone. So I heard this quote, I believe it's Warren Buffett that said it. How do you become a millionaire in the airline industry? But investing in airlines, you start off as a billionaire and you invest in airlines and you will become a millionaire because you're going to lose money. So I'm going to talk about what's prompting this is Spirit Airlines is on the verge of bankruptcy again. It feels like again and again and again airlines go bankrupt, they come back. So like, why do we care about that? It seems like you know, we're consumers, we just want to get cheap fares, right? And I will explain why that is a big deal. Okay, so let me show you the headline here. Spirit Airlines plans to slash flights in a bid to emerge from bankruptcy. I guess they're already in bankruptcy as early as spring. Airline business, most businesses have a few leaders. They have a few leaders, and there are differences in their product, which makes you want to buy one or the other. Let's just I'll throw out Coke and Pepsi, and I know Pepsi had great earnings, but Coke and Pepsi, different people prefer different tastes. There's advertising. Usually you pick one or the other. I know some people drink them interchangeably, but that would be an example. There's a preference, there's a reason, and you'll go buy one product because of what it has. I will tell you, and I know maybe somebody listening here is a dedicated, you're dedicated to Delta or American or United or whatever. I look up the airport and the flight and I find which ones have direct flights if possible, and then I buy usually the least expensive flight within reason. So, and I have flown Spirit Airlines multiple times, usually a direct flight to Las Vegas. And it's okay. They charge you for every single thing. If I need to go to the bathroom, they'll be like, here, just slide your credit card and pay $10. Now they don't do that, but they charge you for everything, and you know what you're gonna get when you fly Spirit. I know that's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have to pay for every little thing that maybe I don't pay for on Delta or American. But if the flight price is low enough, I still book Spirit because overall I'm looking at the total cost of the trip. That's really what I'm looking at, total cost of the trip. So what happens? Why do we care? Because what happens is when you have a lot of competitors and they're selling a commoditized product. To me, the flight, I trust the airlines are going to get me there. The flights are about the same. They're just kind of about the same to me. There's not some incredible difference to fly a different one. You just pick the lowest price. Why would you not want to be in that business? As a consumer, you like it. As an owner, which we are coming at you from the owner side of investing, you hate that. That means you just got to lower your price. Doesn't really matter what you do. And that is what the airlines do. They go into bankruptcy and they come out, and in bankruptcy, I'm going to cover bankruptcy here in a moment, what that means. But they go in bankruptcy, they come out, what's the first thing they do? They have fare sales, and then everybody else has to match their fares. And then the next airline goes bankrupt, and they take turns, not intentionally. And not everyone has gone bankrupt. But as an owner, this is a house of pain. Why would you not want to invest in Spirit? Here, take a look at their chart. This is the chart from the last time. Well, here, let me see. Let's go back 5 years. Okay, this is the chart from last April when they emerged from bankruptcy. Just imagine if you had that chance to buy Spirit right as they emerged from bankruptcy last year, and pull the tape. I don't remember if I left. Did a video, but I would say don't invest in this. But somebody did. Somebody bought it here, and look at this steady decline, and then it's flat. It's almost like dead. So this is Spirit Airline. When this came out, I stopped flying Spirit because I was always nervous of this news right here, that they're already in bankruptcy. They can cut my flight at any time. So as a consumer, I stopped flying Spirit. What else causes Spirit to have this kind of news? Oil prices go up. Spirit certainly can't control that. Um, so let's just look real quick. What happens when a company files bankruptcy? There's a couple different kinds. So 7 is liquidation, means they just totally dissolve. There may be some assets here and there, but they're just gone. And then Chapter 11 is a reorganization, which is what Spirit has went through a few times. If you are a stockholder, you are first on the line to lose your money. So what they do is they pay certain bills, then they go to the bondholders and pay the bonds, which usually there's way more bonds than they don't usually go bankrupt unless they are totally underwater. And then if there's money left after the bondholders, then the stockholders get it. But that rarely happens. At least I haven't seen it on companies that I've watched going into bankruptcy. Secured creditors, like so here, what's an example of a secured creditor? For a Spirit Airlines, whoever owns the plane, like whoever, it's almost like they didn't buy the plane outright on cash. They took a loan, a secured line of credit to get that plane. And they would take that plane, they would auction it off, or they would return that plane to someone that can resell it, and they would pay those secured creditors first. So, so it's kind of like people that are owed money that are billed, they have the best chance. So anyways, that's a quick coverage. Spirit Airlines, who knows, they may shut down again and come out next year and have fares on sale again. We will watch, but with that, have a great day. Markets are in the green, at least the early futures are in the green slightly, which is nice. So thanks everybody. Have a good one. Bye.